Today we are diving into one of the most iconic nameplates ever to be revived in modern automotive history, the 2026 Ford Gran Torino. A legendary badge returns with a completely new identity, blending retro American muscle heritage with futuristic engineering, aggressive design language, and cutting-edge performance technology. This is not just a car comeback, it feels like Ford reaching back into its golden era and pulling forward a legend into a completely new dimension of performance driving. When you first see it approaching, the 2026 Gran Torino immediately demands attention in a way very few modern cars can. The front end carries a bold reinterpretation of classic muscle styling, with a long, low stance and a wide intimidating grille that stretches almost edge to edge. The grille is no longer just a simple intake but an illuminated digital mesh design that subtly shifts patterns depending on driving mode. The LED headlights are razor-sharp, split into twin horizontal blades that give the car a focused, almost angry expression. The hood is long and sculpted with deep power bulges running down the center, clearly hinting that something serious is hidden underneath. Ford has managed to maintain that vintage muscle car attitude while giving it a futuristic presence that looks like it belongs in both a street race and a high-end concept showcase. As you move along the side profile, the Gran Torino shows off its true muscle heritage. The proportions are classic American performance: long hood, short rear deck, and a cabin pushed slightly back to emphasize power and aggression. The shoulder line runs sharply from the front fender all the way to the rear, creating a sense of motion even when the car is standing still. The wheel arches are heavily flared, housing massive 21-inch performance wheels with aerodynamic turbine-style inserts designed to reduce drag while improving brake cooling. The roofline is slightly sloped, giving it a fastback silhouette that pays tribute to older Gran Torino models but with a modern aerodynamic twist. Flush door handles, blacked-out pillars, and subtle carbon fiber trim pieces complete the side profile, making it look both elegant and brutally powerful at the same time. At the rear, the design becomes even more dramatic. The taillights stretch across the entire width of the car in a continuous LED light bar that pulses during braking. The Gran Torino lettering sits proudly in the center, illuminated softly at night. The rear bumper is muscular and aggressive, featuring integrated aerodynamic fins and dual exhaust outlets that are slightly angled outward, producing a deep, thunderous exhaust note when the engine is pushed. A subtle active rear spoiler rises at higher speeds, improving downforce and stability while maintaining the car's clean muscle aesthetic. Every angle of the rear design feels intentional, balancing modern aerodynamics with old-school American performance attitude. Step inside, and the cabin feels like stepping into a fusion of retro inspiration and futuristic luxury. The dashboard is wide and driver-focused, wrapped in premium leather with contrast stitching and brushed aluminum accents. A fully digital curved display stretches from behind the steering wheel to the center console, combining instrument cluster and infotainment into one seamless interface. The graphics are sharp, customizable, and responsive, giving the driver full control over performance data, navigation, and entertainment. Despite the modern technology, Ford has cleverly integrated retro touches such as circular air vents inspired by classic muscle cars and a flat-bottom steering wheel wrapped in perforated leather with metallic paddle shifters. The seats are deeply bolstered performance buckets, designed for both comfort and aggressive driving. They are upholstered in a mix of leather, Alcantara, and optional carbon fiber-backed shells in higher trims. Ambient lighting runs through the cabin in subtle strips, allowing drivers to choose between calm luxury tones or aggressive red and blue racing themes. The driving position is low and commanding, making you feel connected to the road in a very visceral way. Even the smallest details, like the metallic start button and engraved Gran Torino insignia on the center console, reinforce the feeling that this is not just another modern coupe, but a revival of something special. Now when it comes to performance, the 2026 Gran Torino is where things truly get serious. Ford is expected to offer multiple powertrain options, but the flagship version is a twin-turbocharged V8 hybrid system that produces an estimated output of over 750 horsepower. This setup combines raw combustion power with electric torque fill, resulting in explosive acceleration and instant throttle response. The car launches with brutal force, delivering a 0 to 60 miles per hour time in the low 3-second range, depending on configuration. Power is sent through a 10-speed performance automatic transmission that shifts with incredible speed and precision, ensuring the engine stays in its optimal power band at all times. The chassis has been engineered with advanced adaptive suspension, allowing the Gran Torino to switch between comfortable cruising and track-ready stiffness at the push of a button. In comfort mode, it glides smoothly over road imperfections, making it suitable for long highway drives. In sport and track modes, the suspension tightens significantly, steering becomes sharper, throttle response becomes more aggressive, and the exhaust opens up into a deep, roaring soundtrack that echoes the muscle car heritage. Rear-wheel drive is standard, but an optional all-wheel drive system is available for those who want maximum traction and stability in all conditions. Handling is surprisingly refined for a car with this much power. Ford has focused heavily on weight distribution and chassis rigidity, ensuring that despite its size and muscle persona, the Gran Torino feels controlled and responsive in corners. Large performance brakes with carbon ceramic options provide excellent stopping power, giving drivers confidence even during high-speed driving sessions. The steering is heavy but precise, offering real feedback from the road, something driving enthusiasts will deeply appreciate. Fuel efficiency is not the main focus here, but hybrid assistance helps improve economy during city driving and light cruising. The electric motor allows for short-distance silent driving in urban areas, adding a modern touch to an otherwise aggressive machine. This balance between old-school muscle and new-age hybrid efficiency is one of the defining characteristics of the 2026 Gran Torino. Now let's talk about pricing. The base model is expected to start in the mid to high-performance coupe range, making it more accessible to enthusiasts who want the Gran Torino experience without going fully into the top-tier variant. However, the fully loaded performance hybrid version with all optional packages, carbon fiber upgrades, premium interior materials, and advanced driver assistance systems will push the price significantly higher, placing it in competition with high-end performance coupes from Europe and other American muscle-inspired rivals. Even at a premium price, the Gran Torino offers something unique that few competitors can match: emotional design heritage combined with modern performance engineering. Technology is another strong point. The car comes equipped with advanced driver assistance features including adaptive cruise control, lane centering, blind spot monitoring, and a semi-autonomous highway driving mode. However, Ford has carefully ensured that these systems never take away from the driving experience. Instead, they act as supportive tools rather than replacements for driver engagement. Over-the-air updates keep the system fresh, allowing continuous improvements long after purchase. As we step back and look at the 2026 Ford Gran Torino as a whole, it becomes clear that this is more than just a revival. It is a statement that American muscle is not only alive but evolving. It respects its past while aggressively pushing into the future. It delivers brutal straight-line speed, refined handling, modern luxury, and a design that turns heads everywhere it goes. It is a car built for enthusiasts who want emotion, power, and presence all in one package. And finally, wrapping everything together, the Gran Torino stands as a reminder of why certain names in automotive history are never forgotten. When you hear it, you think of legacy. When you see it, you feel power. And when you drive it, you understand exactly why Ford chose to bring it back in this form. This is not just a car, it is an experience, a revival, and a bold step into the future of performance driving.